The Light Reaction Regiment is the main anti-terrorist unit of the Philippine armies. It was previously known as the Light Reaction Battalion and the Light Reaction Company. Because of his specialization in counter-terrorism operations and his reservations with American assistance, the Light Reaction Regiment is sometimes referred to as the Philippine Delta Force. The Light Reaction Regiment can trace its origins back to 2000, when non-commissioned officers from the Scout Rangers and the 1st Special Forces Regiment, airborne, equipment for the American military from 1st Battalion, 1st Special Forces Group. From February to July 2001, American Special Forces trained and raised the former LRC, with further training during the 2002 Balikatan exercises, the first of which were drawn from the Scout Rangers and 1st Special Forces Regiment. After days and years of training under American instructors, the LRC was formally activated on February 1, 2004, and assigned to be dispatched to Mindanao to transform the terrorist Abu Sayyaf Group, responsible for the kidnapping of several foreign hostages. Units that carry out an operation to save Gracia Burnham from the Abu Sayyaf terrorists. Further drills were carried out during the 2006 Balikatan exercise.The. LRB was involved in a rescue operation, which was carried out against an Italian priest who was kidnapped by gunmen in 2007. The unit was most recently involved in the aftermath of the Manila Peninsula uprising, for which they had been deployed to Manila to prevent another coup attempt. Additionally, LRB troops have been deployed to Mindanao to carry out anti-terrorist operations in the region.
Philippine military and police.
The unit was renamed LRB from the previous Light Reaction Company. The anti-terrorist duties in the Philippines. In 2014, the unit was again renamed Regiment of Light Reaction, due to its heroic position in Zamboanga in September 2013. Its ascension to regiment was formally approved by Defense Minister Gazman on January 16, 2014. 3 other companies have been added to the 3 existing data, bringing the final total strength of the data to 600 soldiers. This can be difficult for the unit as it is almost always less powerful. When deployed to Zamboanga in 2013, the LRB only had 40% strength. The 3 companies deployed to Zamboanga City in September 2013 and commanded more than 3,000 soldiers and police deployed in the siege. The terrain was difficult for the other units, which used to organize rebels in the jungle and uphill remote areas. The Light Reaction Regiment, still a battalion at the time, consisted of soldiers who fought battles, from the Army's elite fighting units, Scout Guards and Special Forces. The unit was understaffed during operations, with only 40% authorized personnel, and had to be supplemented by 45 seals from the Special Operations Group. Despite the setbacks, the operation was successful, but the death toll was 9 soldiers, with 37 others injured. In 2014, kill or capture the target of Abu Sayyaf Group. He was wanted for kidnapping 21 people in Malaysia in 2000. He then carried out kidnapping in the Philippines over the following years. But as the Philippines got better at counter-terrorism operations, the Islamists were cut off from international terrorist financial networks abroad, especially those from Saudi Arabia, and to cover up these income reports, those involved in kidnapping a ransom 24 LRR soldiers for a week to carry out a mission. They dressed like they go to Muslim weddings, rent local jeeps and decorate them. Some soldiers dressed as women to avoid suspicion. A soldier with an M249 submachine gun, dressed as a pregnant woman, but forgot to shave on the day of the operation, and had to borrow a hand fan from one of the female soldiers at the base to cover his beard. On the way to the drag race, one of the jeeps is damaged. The operations commander decided to continue the mission, with only 1 jeep and 13 men. Upon arrival at the drag race, the LRR operators identify their high-value target, from about 50 civilians and terrorists, pull out the weapon. A gun battle ensued in which the target was killed, but by losing the LRR operator who was shot in the neck. The operators loaded the two bodies and fled, shot by the Abu Sayyaf and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. In April 2017, a small contingent of Abu Sayyaf terrorists, traveling to a destination called Bohol, attempted to kidnap for ransom. The group was systematically hunted down and on the rise, having failed to accurately hostage. The newspapers linked the killing of the Abu Sayyaf terrorists in Bohol with the Scout Rangers. The Philippine Special Operations Force spent days in the jungle, watching them. Dressed in conventional army uniforms, the soldiers are lurking through the mountains, the ones who run right above the terrorist leader. Engaging in hand-to-hand combat, the men deflected the terrorists' FMC M203 grenade launcher at the last minute, sending a 40mm grenade straight into the air. Only when all the terrorist cells were neutralized did the commander of the ground force carrying his men return to their base. Their leader was a long-time veteran of the unit nicknamed Windy. The newspapers may say that Windy and his men are watchers, but the truth is that they are members of another unit, which would never appear on the parade ground, or be exposed by the government. "You never want to see where you are, or what you are doing," said Chito Dizon, one of the unit's former commanders. The Light Reaction Regiment was a publicity-linking unit. Their operations were kept away from the public eye. "That's how we do business," former LRR Commander Ted Lamas told SFREP, when asked about the unit's recent actions in Bohol. The Scout Rangers weren't even there. 50 members of the unit, including 3 officers, were suspended on February 9, 2008, when elements of the LRR were investigated for the possible murder of innocent civilians, on February 4, 2008, during operations in Mindanao against the MILF. The unit was acquitted of all wrongdoing, as investigations later linked the killings with misinformation provided by unreliable informants.